warm. Gosh, we got a lot of sun coming in here, don't we? Because I got windows open all over. I don't know if that'll help or not, but one of these days, let's see if I move this over here a little bit. Then it's not quite as glary, maybe. I don't know. It's a little better, I guess. Um, anyway, just an update on a few things for everybody. I'm trying to learn this stream stuff, which is all new to me. And maybe I can figure out how to do this on my phone sometime also. Anyway, it was interesting. Um, I went to my neurologist today, and I get this. She's kind of physician assistant neurologist. She's not the one that diagnosed me from this office, okay? And the last time I seen her, she said to me, she says, "Well, you seem more systematic, because you're not as bad as most of the people that I see in here." Well, and I keep telling her it's because I started these THC and hemp gummies and on this BiPAP really early on. And right when I was diagnosed, I didn't wait until I got worse. But, ALS has affected me a lot. I mean, it doesn't, when you take these meds, it doesn't make better what you already had a little bit, but not. And what she doesn't understand with ALS, and a lot of you people may know this, I mean, I used to dance 6 hours a night, and I can't do that anymore. I can go down to I gotta take a little drink. I get a little bit of that phlegm crap in there. I sip on water, have it next to me all the time. That really helps with the phlegm. Another little trick to tell all you guys. um, Anyway, I go to the dances. I enjoy the music. If my oxygen and heart rates and everything are kind of balanced better that day, I might dance one or two dances. But I have to be very careful so I don't fall down. I have to be very careful that I don't overdo. Even when I do my walking across the river, sometimes I walk a little too much and then I cramp up all night. Okay, so I guess that's another tip to tell you guys is listen to your bodies, see how you're doing, push yourself a little bit, and then wait and see what happens. That's what I do. And if you get like the other day, we were out of water here in our park, and I filled a small garbage can full of water. And when I picked it up, I thought, oh, this is kind of iffy if I should be carrying this. Well, guess what? I woke up in the night. I had horrible stomach pains again. I do this anytime I lift anything that weighs anything. And then I lose more stomach muscles, I notice. I can tell when I go to the bathroom and stuff. So these are just some little things to kind of help you. I don't know how many of you are following me. I've got some great news. I went to the 2 doctors. I just felt like I was being run through there like cattle, like some of you probably feel when you go to clinics or see doctors with your ALS. I don't know. But you need to find a doctor that will actually listen to you and understand what you're going through and listen to what's happening. And so I went to a different doctor, and it was a God thing again. I ended up with 2 referrals at 2 cancer doctors. Praise God. So when the one didn't work out, I went to the other. And I'm not saying that wasn't a good doctor, but it wasn't a good fit for me. They didn't like it that I was on THC and hemp. They didn't like it I'm holistic. That's my whole life, those 2 things. That's what makes me better with my ALS. So I went to this other office, and they actually listened to me, and they even ordered special tests. And like I told him, I said, when I found out I had this cancer, what I did instead of increasing my meds each time I take them. You can take your gummies 4 to 6 hours, okay? They stay in your system. So I decided to start taking them every 4 hours instead of every 6 hours, okay? That way, in like a 24-hour period, you're getting 10 more mgs of this stuff to help on your body. And my body was fighting 2 diseases. I even went to had some people pick me up. I got THC and CBD cream that I used, and it was wonderful because when they did the lumpectomy, I had very fast moving cancer, and the doctor was just couldn't believe it that it had not passed into my lymph nodes, and they took two and they couldn't find any cancer. Well, this gets even better because I told the new cancer doctor, I said, I would like to know what my cancer's doing in the tumor because I had boosted up my meds and did all this extra stuff for about a month before the lumpectomy. And he sent that in. And when it came back, it actually said that I'm low risk for this cancer to come back, which doesn't even make sense with my original biopsy. I mean, this stuff is just bizarre, I have to say. It doesn't make medical sense, but this is what's happening with me, okay? And taking on these meds. And my body obviously likes these meds, and I have a good immune system. I don't know what it is. I tell everybody, God, prayer, THC, hemp, and my BiPAP. That's my main thing, that I do. And I don't know what to say. And so he was going to send me to the radiologist, and then the radiologist said, because see, I'm 71, he said, because I'm 70 and with my ALS and everything, he said I'm at low risk, and he didn't even recommend radiation. He says, maybe take a pill. Now, my cancer doctor had said, let's not take the pill, if my body reacts funny to stuff, which it does. And I've got to go see him next week, and we're going to just make sure that that's what he wants to do. But he was assuming I would get radiation. Okay, now that I don't get the radiation, I need to check with him to see if I do have to try this pill and see if it'll work or won't work. I'm kind of hoping I don't have to take it. I'm going to stay on these meds. I'm doing quite well, even better. What was weird today is that physician, since I've upped my meds, that physician said to me, she said, well, she says, you don't even hardly seem systematic. You seem more like a carrier of the gene. And I just about fell off my chair. I thought, oh my gosh. I mean, you're looking at somebody who was bedridden for 2 years after that COVID, but with my ALS. When I went to the original doctor, I was falling down all the time. I had those black leg things I had to wear because I'd break my ankle and my leg, and I had them for both legs. I was dropping things out of the cupboard on my feet. I was getting horrible cramps. I mean, I was a mess. I really was. And when I got on these meds, I did better. And I had just started doing really good when I got that COVID. And I've often wondered how much better I'd even be doing now had I not got that horrible COVID 4 years ago. But, after the 2 years of bedridden, I've just been getting better and better and better. And I think doing my meds a little sooner, and I take them all night too. My body wakes me up every 4 hours to take these meds and to go to the bathroom. It's pretty bizarre, but that's what it does. So I just wanted to update everybody. If I can help anybody, my stuff is all common sense, simple, holistic type stuff. I do take a sulfaxin that I got in Mexico. It's an antibiotic. If I get a lot of phlegm in my voice box and my lungs, and let's say I look at my BiPAP reading in the morning and it's up, like instead of apneas, I kind of look and see what the breathing is doing. And if it's up, I know I'm getting more phlegm that's getting in there. And then after 2 or 3 days, it's like, okay, I'm going to go on this antibiotic for a couple days. And then everything comes right back down and it's good again. So I try little things, little tiny things, and they make such a big difference with your ALS. I think I showed before in the other, wear these things. These do pressure because that's where you're going to lose there and here, and these have that. And I looked at my hands the other day and I thought, oh my gosh, it's like I don't have anything, muscle, nothing left on them. But these they have this little brace thing in here, plastic, and I can lift stuff if it's not too heavy. I do quite well. I can type and stuff. So I'm in my 8th year. I don't know if you would call me a reversal, possibly because I am functioning so well, but I work at it daily to function this well. Just like today, I went to the doctor this morning. Now I've been sitting here in front of my computer. I can see my mountains. I play games and stuff. Decided to send a little message to you guys. And I rest up. And, on the weekends, my boyfriend comes and then we go over to the casino. I get my exercise. I probably eat a little better. We go to the buffet. Eating is a big thing, and that could be for everybody. I eat a lot of bread and butter. That sounds crazy, but if I get fresh bread with butter, it tastes good to me. I don't have an appetite. I never get hungry. Taking these meds help me eat a little better. Usually if I smell food, then I can eat a little bit of it, but I have to be careful that I don't choke on this stuff. So I do deal with a lot of the stuff all of you are dealing with, the phlegm, the eating, the choking. I have to say I sleep wonderful with that BiPAP, that they got everything set on it good for me. One thing let's talk about the BiPAP. One of my concerns is trying to get these doctors to understand. I've done a lot of research, and all over the world, they're testing right now if they can get people with ALS on a BiPAP early. And then what they're finding out is these people are living a little longer. It saves their diaphragm and lungs more with ALS. I am the classic example. I've been on mine for, I think, 7 years. And right now, what's happened is they did a re-sleep study. I didn't have any apneas. They didn't even put a mask on me for the night. But what happened is when I got up, I felt like a drunken sailor. I felt horrible. I had like weird pains all night. I just felt not myself. I couldn't sleep that good. They never put that machine on. And then the next day, what I noticed is my oxygen started dropping a lot because I didn't have that machine the night before to be on. Okay, I don't know if this helps some of you or you've experienced this. I have to be on that every night. I used to be at 5 hours. They want me on there 7 hours now, and they may raise that depending on my breathing and stuff. But I'm at least 7 to 10 hours on that machine every night, and it works almost like an Energizer battery for me. Because when I get up, and then like I said, I do take my meds through the night now. When I get up and go to the bathroom, if it's been 4 hours, I take my meds, and I have felt much better in the mornings. Some mornings, if I've done a whole lot, I don't function well in the morning. I don't know how many of us do. I mean, it's tough, because your fatigue kind of takes in and stuff. But I don't know. I hope this helps. I seen on a forum, it just broke my heart. Some caretaker posted that the person they take care of, they took the BiPAP off of them in the hospital because they said she wasn't having apneas. We do not have sleep apnea, okay? And also, how this works with sleep apnea is the same way as a potassium pill would. Let's say I'm low on potassium. I'm having all kinds of issues because I'm low on potassium. And now I'm taking potassium pills and eating potassium things. Now they do my blood work and my potassium's fine. So are they going to pull me off of that because everything's okay? Or are they going to keep me on these pills so I continue to be okay? I had to explain this to my doctor today, and she said that made sense to her finally. Because I'm trying to get my supplies for my BiPAP. And when I did the night thing, they were saying, well, you did okay all night. Well, I didn't do okay later that afternoon. I was having a lot of oxygen problems. I've had one time where my oxygen went down to 82 and I had to go get on my machine. Now she's saying when I was sleeping without that, I was down to 88 and 87 and 89. Well, that's not good, okay? To me, you don't want to get below the 90s, or I think it puts a lot of extra strain on your body in the 80s. Okay, and going to cause more problems. Um, I I don't know what to tell you. I do my own thing. Okay, with my ALS, I'm doing wonderful. Again, I happened to see a video like this on YouTube. And this is why I'm making them, because when I found that lady in Florida, Kathy Jordan, you guys can look her up, she was already again in a wheelchair, talking slow. It was affecting her hands and stuff. But the neighbor brought over and had her smoke marijuana. I don't smoke because I had asthma, but I like the gummies. They're much easier for me. And anyway, when she smoked, she said she felt like she never got worse or her progression went super slow. That was almost 35 years ago. She's the only one I found that was still alive, okay, and not on invasive breathing, okay. So she's still living, and she said she never got better, but she never got worse. So anyway, I've been getting a little better, but like I said, I've upped my meds, and I I don't know what to think. I don't know what to tell you. I have defied death several times. This cancer thing just blows me away. That the meds that are helping that too. I just hope this can help somebody. They're pushing again to legalize this, and I sit here and read all this propaganda on the internet all the time, on the news. The only thing I can tell you is about on any kind of meds or anything. One thing might work for one, and one thing might not work for another. But the thing is, the THC and the hemp and stuff works with the cannabinoid system that we have. So our body is used to this stuff, okay? And I don't take any other meds other than a sulfaxin once in a while. Once in a while, I have to take a little bit of a blood pressure pill if I'm in a really bad ramping and my blood pressure's going crazy. Then I take a little blood pressure pill, but that's the only meds that I take. Anyway, I won't keep you today, but I wanted to do an update, and I will get on here again as soon as I find out some more things. And again, if you guys have any questions, I think I put my email on there. I'll answer my email. I check that every day. Um, and God bless everybody. And I I hope that you have good days. Thank you.